The earth moved. It shook with a ferocity that sent chills down spines and sparked fear in hearts. A 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Russia, near the Kamchatka Peninsula. This area, known for its beauty and volatile geology, was suddenly a scene of chaos and concern. The epicenter, a point of origin for the tremor, was about 55 miles from the city of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky. That's a city of 180,000 people. Thankfully, the earthquake's power was somewhat muted by its depth. The U.S. Geological Survey, or USGS, reported it occurred roughly 30 miles below the surface. Even with this depth, the impact was undeniable. Buildings swayed, objects tumbled, and the ground itself seemed to ripple. The fear, however, was quickly compounded. The earthquake had stirred something else, something far more destructive: the Shivaluk volcano. Shivaluk, a name whispered in hushed tones by locals, is one of Russia's most active volcanoes. It stands as a silent giant, a constant reminder of the raw power that sleeps beneath the Earth's crust. The earthquake, it seems, had jolted this giant awake. A plume of ash, dark and ominous, shot skyward. It climbed 5 miles into the atmosphere, painting a scene of apocalyptic beauty. This wasn't just a puff of smoke, it was a full-blown eruption, a fiery exclamation point to the Earth's violent tremor. The images were immediate and stark. The once clear sky was now marred by a swirling mass of ash, a visible testament to nature's fury. As the ash cloud grew, so did the concern. This wasn't just a visual spectacle, it was a threat. Volcanic ash isn't like the harmless dust that collects on a shelf. It's a different beast altogether, composed of tiny, jagged particles of rock and glass. It's abrasive, it's corrosive, and it can be deadly. The immediate concern was for air travel. Planes, those marvels of engineering, are ill-equipped to deal with the dense clouds of ash. The abrasive ash can clog engines, causing them to stall or fail. Flights were grounded, and the world watched as the ash cloud spread. On the ground, the situation was no less concerning. The ash rained down, coating everything in a layer of gray. This wasn't just a mess, it was a health hazard. Inhaling the fine particles could cause respiratory problems, irritate eyes, and worsen existing conditions like asthma. Section 4. Tsunami fears, a wave of relief, but for how long? Earthquakes, especially those of this magnitude, often come with an unwelcome companion: tsunamis. The U.S. Tsunami Warning System, ever vigilant, issued a warning. The threat was real, the potential for devastation high. Coastal communities, those living in the shadow of such events, went on high alert. Evacuations were ordered, sirens blared, and the specter of towering waves loomed large. It was a tense wait, a race against time and nature. Thankfully, the waves, if any, were minimal. The Russian Emergencies Ministry, after careful monitoring, did not issue their own tsunami warning. A collective sigh of relief swept the region, but the experience served as a stark reminder of the power of nature. Section 5. A planet on edge, natural disasters on the rise. This event in Russia, this terrifying display of nature's power, is not an isolated incident. It's part of a larger, more concerning trend. Our planet, it seems, is becoming increasingly volatile. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, wildfires. These disasters are becoming more frequent, more intense. The reasons are complex, a mix of natural variability and human-induced climate change. Whatever the cause, the impact is undeniable. We are living in a time of unprecedented environmental change, and these events serve as a wake-up call. We can't ignore the signs. We must act, and we must act now. The future of our planet, our very survival, depends on it.
We are witnessing a dramatic shift in our environment. The frequency and intensity of these natural disasters are alarming. It's a clear signal that our planet is under stress, and we need to take immediate action to mitigate these impacts.
Section 6 CNN, your front row seat to a changing world. In times of crisis, in moments of global uncertainty, information is paramount. You need to know what's happening, where it's happening, and what it means for you. That's where CNN comes in. We are your eyes and ears on the world, your source for accurate, timely, and unbiased reporting. We are committed to bringing you the news, no matter how difficult, no matter how complex. We were there as the earth shook in Russia. We tracked the ash cloud, monitored the tsunami threat, and kept you informed every step of the way. We will continue to do so, providing you with the information you need to understand our changing world.